I really like this reel, and I really like the design, fit, and finish of it, with one exception, the teardrop handle knob. So fortunately, thanks to Amazon and eBay, you can buy a bunch of third-party knobs that you just have to install yourself. So I found this EVA knob on eBay for, I believe, $14 or $15. The basic gist of it is you have to cut this knob off, drill out the pressed in rivet center pin, and stick this back in, screw it tight from the outside and the inside under this black cap, and that's it. So let's see what tools it'll take to get this project going. First, you'll need some kind of hacksaw to remove the existing knob. You also need a size 1 Phillips screw. Next up, you'll need a appropriately sized drill bit. I picked this drill bit because it was just a hair thicker than this width of metal here. This is the part that's actually going to sit in the middle of the hole where the OEM center pin runs through. So I'm going to use this drill bit to punch out the quote-unquote, meat of the handle to allow this slightly thicker axis to slip through. So before you invest in a secondary knob, make sure you read all the specs, make sure that it's gonna fit. You're gonna need a drill and some progressively larger bits to help you drill out that center pin, and of course a flathead screwdriver to help you screw in and tighten the new power knob assembly. One thing that'll really help this project along is a vise, particularly a table vise that's bolted down to a solid surface. I happen to have one. If you don't have one, you can still do this project. Just find a way to clamp your handle down so you can safely cut the OEM knob off and drill out this pressed in center pin. So first step, cutting off the OEM knob. So we have our vise and we have our fishing reel handle. Now before I put it in, I'm going to wrap it up with some heavy paper, because whenever I put something finished with a finished surface in the vise, no point in marring it up if I don't have to. So I'll wrap it up, press it in, and again this handle is aluminum, so I'm not going to squeeze it more than I have to. Just want to get it tight enough so I can comfortably hold it while I cut the knob off. So we have our handle in the vise, we have our hacksaw. Let's go ahead and cut that knob off. This is the point of no return, so if you're having second thoughts, this is where you turn back, aka the pucker up moment. Voila! So now that we've got the knob off, let's go ahead and drill out that center pin. You're going to have to use a few drill bits that get progressively larger, so you can create a hole that gets progressively larger to remove the center point of this material so you can crush and pull it out. Finally, and there you go. One OEM center pin gone. Alright, now that we have the center pin removed, we're going to take that drill bit that I measured out earlier, that's slightly bigger than the new power knob's center pin, and drill out the rest of the material that's in the way. Back and forth a few times just to clean it up. Let's get back to installing the power knob. So we have our handle, we're going to need that flathead screwdriver, a Phillips, the power knob of course, some Loctite thread fastener. I don't have any on hand, but for the purposes of the video, just know that I'm going to come back and apply some Loctite later. And a good old-fashioned quarter. Why do I need a quarter? Well, I'll get to that in a second. I'll make sure that the knob's on the right side of the, or the correct side of the handle. Now it's important to mention that this retaining screw is reverse threaded. So the norm is lefty loosey, righty tighty. Well, in this case, it's lefty tighty. And I'm gonna find the center pin Phillips screw with my Phillips and hold this center silver piece here, not this piece, but this center silver piece here. I believe this is just the kind of the tightening screw that tightens the bearing system and allows us to freely spin. We're going to take our flathead screwdriver and butt it into the retention screw, and again lefty tighty in this assembly, and I'm going to give it one quick snug turn, a quarter. Fits perfectly into the slot and should allow for a nice clean application of pressure here. So I'm going to spin that in by hand, put my quarter edge in, a couple turns, just enough to set that EVA foam in, and that's it. We've got our new EVA power knob installed in our OEM handle, and all we have left to do is to throw the handle back into our spinning reel, and there you go, my $10 or $15 eBay power knob with my $26, $27 Amazon reel. Awesome setup, and this should prove to be a lot more comfortable than the OEM teardrop design handle knob. This EVA knob just feels great, and it's super light, so there's really no addition of weight. So hopefully you found this tutorial helpful. Of course, it applies to spinning reels and conventional reels. Just make sure when you're making this conversion that you measure the thickness of the center pin in relation to the thickness of the handle. The center pin has to be a little smaller than the thickness of the handle. So like the old saying goes, measure twice, cut once. In this case, measure twice, drill once. So if you like this video, go ahead and let me know. I plan on doing more how-to videos. I like messing around with my gear, and it's pretty cool being able to find little finds like this on eBay and Amazon and modifying existing good gear and making it great. So until next time guys, I'll see you later, and tight lines, and I'm out.